Join me as I strive to master the art of inner strength by applying and embodying Epictetus' 10 unshakable principles from Stoicism. Epictetus, a former slave who rose to become a prominent Stoic philosopher, taught us that inner strength is not just a virtue, but a necessity for living a fulfilling life. His teachings have been a guiding light for centuries, and today, we're going to explore how his principles can help us build unshakable resilience in the face of adversity. We've all been there, feeling like we're drowning in a sea of uncertainty, struggling to stay afloat amidst the chaos of life. Whether it's the pressure to conform to societal norms, the fear of failure, or the weight of our own self-doubt, it's easy to get bogged down and lose our sense of direction. But what if I told you that there's a better way? That there are principles, timeless and universal, that can help you cultivate the inner strength you need to rise above the noise and stay true to yourself? We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us that we need to be stronger, faster, and better, but rarely do we stop to think about what that really means. We're told to toughen up and get over it, but the truth is, that's not sustainable. We can't just put on a brave face and pretend that everything is okay when it's not. We need a deeper foundation, one that's built on the principles of inner strength, not just external validation. So, what does it mean to have inner strength? Is it about being fearless, or is it about being brave in the face of fear? Is it about being impervious to pain, or is it about being able to withstand it? The answer is that inner strength is not about avoiding the struggles, but about embracing them head-on, with courage, resilience, and determination. Let's dive into Epictetus' 10 unshakable principles that can help us cultivate this kind of inner strength. From mastering our desires to focusing on what we can control, these principles offer a roadmap to building resilience and staying true to ourselves, no matter what life throws our way. The first principle is to understand that there are things within our power, and things that are not within our power. It's essential to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. The second principle is to remember that our opinions are not set in stone, and we should be willing to change them if the situation demands it. The third principle is to focus on the present moment, rather than getting bogged down in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. The fourth principle is to recognize that our character is more important than our reputation. The fifth principle is to understand that we are disturbed not by things, but by the view we take of them. The sixth principle is to focus on what we can do, rather than what we cannot do. The seventh principle is to realize that we are not disturbed by people, but by our own opinions about them. The eighth principle is to recognize that we should not seek for things to happen as we wish, but rather wish for things to happen as they do. The ninth principle is to understand that the impediment to action advances action. The 10th and final principle is to realize that we must die to our old self to be reborn into our new self. One principle that really resonates with me is the idea that our character is more important than our reputation. I remember when I was younger, I used to be obsessed with what people thought of me. I would bend over backwards to fit in, even if it meant sacrificing my own values and beliefs. But as I grew older, I realized that trying to control how others perceived me was a losing battle. Instead, I focused on building a strong sense of self, and that's when I started to feel truly confident and at peace. I applied this principle to my life by making a conscious effort to stop seeking external validation. I stopped caring about what others thought of me and started focusing on being the best version of myself. It wasn't easy, and there were days when I felt like I was losing my sense of identity, but the freedom I felt when I finally let go of the need for external approval was incredible. In the end, it's not about being perfect, it's about being authentic, and that's what Epictetus' principles are all about. By mastering these 10 unshakable principles, you'll be able to build the inner strength you need to stay true to yourself, no matter what life throws your way. Remember, inner strength is not something you either have or you don't, it's something you can develop, and it starts with a willingness to explore and embody these timeless principles. So, I encourage you to join me on this journey, to explore more Stoic teachings, and to share your thoughts on inner strength in the comments section below. Let's master the art of inner strength together.